next round of attacks here.
So I'm just
So
poking
you're
around
just
in the
hanging around.
front.
Yeah, sure. So you're in like the main like living room area. It's there's a fire going in the fireplace. There's little it's mostly looks like it's just personal effects up. So you there's looks like something that's maybe a hunting trophy. It's a stuffed beaver. There's uh, you're a dirty, dirty man. Um,
I can only think of that scene from The Naked Gun.
Oh my god.
uh, there's some tapestries on the walls showing just various pictures. It has some other little odds and trinkets out. Nothing too extravagant, but it does looks nice. So Laster, you'll catch up to Shock as he's fruitlessly beating at this thing.
As he's approaching, I yell at the scarecrow, "Reveal yourself, coward!"
I keep walking up to Shock. I don't know,
Oh.
does the Scarecrow do anything while I walk up to Shock?
Nope.
Okay. So I'll just put a hand on Shock and be like, dude, it's a Scarecrow. Could you stop harassing it? Like, you're messing
This-
with someone's property here.
This is a deeply magical scarecrow. It is it is impenetrable by any normal forces, and I just did my. You know how my breath works, right? You've seen it.
Yes, I've seen it.
Yeah, it curved around the scarecrow when I breathed.
Well, no, your
Power of
breath
the-
went into the square, and it's like he curved around it.
Oh, the scarecrow moved around my attack when I breathed frost on it. This thing is really, really strange.
Does it matter? Do you have to attack anything that's magical or strange to you? I mean, you attacked me, but do you have to do that every time you encounter something
No, I
weird to
attacked
you?
you because you're disgusting, but this thing I attack because I'm curious.
Stop attacking things you're curious about.
It's
This is
clearly
still
not
another
taking any
man's-
damage. I was just seeing what it would do.
But what if it did? What if you had burned this thing? You had destroyed a man's property. You'd have to pay for that.
That's fine.
No, it's not fine.
Just give him your sword, and it'd be fine.
I walk up to the Scarecrow, and I attempt to put a hand on it.
You can
Like-
touch it.
I touch it. Does it have a hat?
Yes.
I attempt to remove the hat from the Scarecrow.
Why would... Now you're trying to steal his hat after that?
No,
lecture you
I'm
just
not.
gave me?
I'm investigating. Okay.
Yeah, I bet investigating. It's called theft.
I try to remove
it-
the hat from the Scarecrow.
It's like firmly attached to it.
It's
Like you're trying to pull
Really?
it off, and you don't know if
Yeah.
it's sewn on, if it's glued on somehow, but it's not coming off.
okay. Interesting. Okay, so I'll just leave it alone, and I say, let's go inside now.
You're right. This is fruitless, but
We-
it's very curious.
We've
Gonna ask
we've kept
about
Ambrose waiting, and there's
Wasn't it-
something strange about his house as well. At first glance you'd think it's pretty small, but when you get inside you'll see that it's actually a lot bigger than you'd imagine.
Is the house painted a dark blue
No, it's made out of stone.
with white letters on it that say police? Okay, I'm gonna walk inside with Alastor.
Sure, and
Well,
the same thing
while
for
we
you.
do that,
Yeah.
while we do that, I'll talk to Shock, and I say,
There's no pain,
Um,
man. Shock.
yeah, Shock. There's probably a reason why Draymond mentioned that this guy was out of the reach from the unknown person with all the knowledge. He said that this Ambrose basically couldn't be touched by that guy. And,
that is a good point.
So I'm thinking there might be more than meets the eye when it comes to
That
all
might-
we're
might be
seeing
true.
here.
That might very well
So
be
let's not attack anything more for now,
true. Okay.
and we'll
Um,
head inside.
by the way, can I just have a quick out of game question?
Mhm.
Last time I changed my skills for leveling,
Mhm.
but it didn't save for some reason. Was it 4 points per level if my
Um,
sheet said 4 plus int modifier times 4?
No,
I
you
get
so
four per level.
right, so you don't get the times 4 anymore. You just get 4 plus int every level.
Okay, my int is 0, so I get 4.
There you
Alright, cool. Just for what it's worth, I picked sense, motive, and spot.
Sure, sounds good.
Okay.
You can continue building on your own skills that you already have as well.
Yeah, I know. I
To-
just
to
really
continue maxing
we've been
this.
doing a lot of those, so I figured
Yeah,
might as well.
spot is a pretty good thing to have. You know,
Especially with my wisdom,
I
it
mean,
gives me a
spot is
plus
essentially
5.
perception. So
Right.
Okay, so we walk inside and
okay.
we.
Shach, you know, it's same sort of feeling from you. You're looking inside, and especially now that Alastair mentioned, you're like, yeah, there do seem to be like a bunch of rooms here. You know, it's weird. It's a little, it's like just off. Just the size difference is just off.
Boy, I sure wish I hadn't spent my detect magic before on a dude that basically died seconds after. Hmm.
All right, so now as you guys were doing all this, the guy himself he started. What is my green screen doing? Oh, I think the sun is coming through in my windows. The guy started. He went over to the little kitchen and he started brewing some tea and seeing as you come in, it's still simmering and he motions you to sit down around his dining room table. And would you gentlemen like anything to eat or?
Um,
I've already had my share for today.
yeah, I'd love some meat or fruits.
Sure, and he'll, reach into, cupboard and pull out some, dried meat and, cut up a little bit and, grab some bread and basically just make a quick little platter of meat and bread. And he'll bring it over and give you guys all like, cups of pretty good tea.
If it's not too much bother, could you tell me about your scarecrow maybe? I did my best, and my best is not a bad amount, and it seemed very how do I say resilient
And
and magical.
he'll, he'll kind of grin sheepishly and say, ah, yes, he's, when you live out in the middle of nowhere by yourself, a little bit of protection is always a good thing to have.
Against crows, I ask.
Oh, it's not just crows. All sorts of beasts wander this wood, be it natural or unnatural.
So this forest is magical, is what you're saying.
Well, no, but there are creatures that inhabit areas who not always just wolves.
Interesting.
Oh, by the way, this is my dragon Osir. You may have seen him fly by before.
Ah, yes, a cute little one, isn't he?
Yes, he is. How are you doing? How's life out here?
Oh, it's quite nice, lovely, quiet. I like it when it's quiet.
Do you
Don't we
know?
all?
I like to sense motive on him liking it when it's quiet.
Sure.
Let's see,
Oh god.
12.
You think he likes it when it's quiet.
Wow, you're a weirdo.
He cast fireball.
Yeah, I once lived in a large city, but it just wore on me, and eventually I came out here.
He's sitting at the table with us, isn't he?
Yep.
Or
He
is he-
just has a little cup of tea that he's sipping on. He hasn't had anything to eat, but
So does this guy wear any robes or anything? Anything
no,
wizardry?
he's wearing fairly plain clothes. Looks like it's just linen shirt and pants, and looks like he's wearing slippers.
Slippers. And you said he was cleanly shaved.
Yeah, he doesn't have any facial hair.
So I sort of lean in and say, so what can you tell us about this man?
Oh, well, yes, I did hear some rumblings about something of that sort. Now, while I haven't seen any of it themselves, I would believe that I am in the middle of nowhere enough to where it's fruitless to come after someone as insignificant as myself. Uh, one cannot help but pick up rumors of those who do know where my location is. Uh, I have, on occasion, while I have gone around on foraging excursions, come across some, recent activity that hasn't ever been around. There's been some goblins that have actually moved up to a old fort that is up north of here, up the path. I'm not exactly sure what they're doing there, but that was definitely a new one.
Hmm. And this fort, you would say that this is his sort of base where he.
Oh, I don't know if it's a base. I didn't venture anywhere near it. I just spied some few goblins heading towards that way. Fort's old. It's been worn down through the years. Hasn't been in use in quite a long time. Whether or not it's a base of any sort, I wouldn't be quite sure.
Do you know anything about the fort itself?
Well, if my knowledge serves correctly, it was used in the last great empire that existed here many hundreds of years ago. It was one of their main base of operations around this area. Served all of the countryside around here, but once that empire fell apart and the world has become what it is today, nobody saw the need to keep it. It was on it was on a fair piece of land, but with the forest being as dense as it the forest being as dense as it is out here, nobody really cares to come out too far. It's too troublesome.
Would you
And you
happen
said
to know
you.
of any extra entrances to the fort? Maybe something in the past?
Perhaps there's some broken walls around the sides, but I mainly stay away from it. I don't, I'm an old man. I am in no shape to go climbing around ruins.
And you said goblins had wandered through the fort.
Oh yes, definitely. A couple of them. Of course, I'm not sure if that's all there is, but I did see a couple.
And how does this have to do anything with the man with the knowledge to do?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm just letting you know that's around this area. That's the main change that I've seen. They weren't here a few months ago, and then they suddenly showed up.
I wonder if it could have any correlation to this man. I muster to myself and I lean back in my chair, sort of stroke my shin.
Yeah, it would be mighty kind of you folks to clear that out. Regardless, I feel that is a bit unsafe to go around these woods for anyone, not just myself, with possible goblin band roaming around.
Hmm.
Yes.
Would you perhaps help us
regardless
out?
of their affiliation with the man we're after, goblins deserve to be eliminated.
Right.
I'm
Wanna
having a
help us
hard
out?
time.
Or you want to just stay here?
I mean,
Oh.
did you ask him that? The old man?
Yes, I did. Why would I ask you? Of course
Sorry,
we
I
can help
I
out.
didn't hear it. What'd you say?
Does he want to help us out? Or does he want to stay here?
Oh, I am no fighter. I am no combatant, sir. Just a frail old man.
Something tells me, much like your house, you are more than you appear.
He'll grin sheepishly once more. Oh, you misunderstood, sir. I am no magical persuasion in either. This was all help of dear old friend who I associated with in the city I once used to live with. When I told him I wanted to come out here, he was saddened and a bit worried for my safety, so he built me a contraption, as you saw out there, that mighty handsome scarecrow, and made the inner furnishings of my house a bit more spacious than one would readily be seeing from the outside.
Now this is the time to do a sense motive.
Sure.
Let's see, what is my sense motive? It's untrained, and I'm running a -1, so that's a -5, is it?
Sure.
5.
I'd also like to sense motive. I have an actual 5. 16. Oh shit!
Whoa.
Damn.
Because I
it-
don't believe this is the truth.
He has an absolutely genuine look and feel and tone.
I just kind of nod and sit back as well. Kind of copying Alistair.
Is this obvious?
It's painfully obvious.
I immediately changed my pose, how I'm sitting, and I put like one leg on top of the other sort of thing, and I cross my arms.
What is going on here? I'm so confused.
I have no idea either.
What the hell? So anyways. Even if we do tackle this, Drake, do you think we could rest here for the night?
Oh, sure, you're welcome to. I have a few spare rooms around.
How far is this fort with the goblins?
4.
Well, let's see. It's quite a while. Definitely several hours of walking around. With your horses, might go a little bit faster. Of course, the path isn't as great, so time difference won't be all that valuable. But it shouldn't take you more than a couple of hours.
So what's the time of the day right now? I thought it was like midday or something.
Yeah, it's about 3, 4.
So I would suggest that we don't spend the night here, because we'll waste basically an entire day of doing nothing. Since it's just a few hours away, we could easily.
They're not paying us an hourly wage.
No,
I
but we should
really
still
need
try
to
to-
rest. I really need to rest.
You're pathetic.
I think we should get it taken care of too.
I really need to rest.
These foul creatures should be of no consequence.
I have a need to rest.
You can rest.
You're a
on
lot
the
weaker
way.
than you seem to be.
My
Dragon.
I've used up a lot of magic. It would be very good for me if we could rest.
Can't you just pray to your spirits for more?
Not unless we sleep. I prayed this morning already.
What time? Like what? Is it? Is it evening?
It's about 3, 4, somewhere in there.
Like, they're not paying us an hourly wage at the mercenary camp anyways.
No, but we should still.
we could help
try
this
to
man
do
out with his garden and stuff. Like, there's no reason to haste. Let's just fucking sleep.
I know it would be like.
I have like one spell left.
Yeah, but that would be metagaming for me to like. Oh yeah, we
I'm
totally
telling you.
interest.
I'm telling you,
Yeah, but my
I will be
character's dumb.
useless magically.
Like- Yeah, but my character's dumb. He doesn't get like how magic works. So.
I'm explaining to you I'm explaining for you especially, Alistair, very slowly. Listen to me. Those spells that help you get life back and such, I don't have them if we
I
don't
do.
sleep. you don't know magic, so you wouldn't know how this stuff works. Um, but
I
basically,
don't-
I would really like to rest. You guys can ride ahead if you want, and I'll catch up with you later, because I'm not gonna go out there unprotected. I'm not a fighter like you are.
Let's split the party.
Totally.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what you want to do, like, I can't go out there basically defenseless. That would be
You have
suicidal for me.
us.
I don't care.
You have your weapon and your tail, and you can breathe fire.
Frost.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's nothing compared to what I can do if I have the power of my mystical energies, especially now that I feel stronger after the recent adventures, and I would get even more magics if I could just rest a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't. You have us. You have plenty of other cards up your sleeve. You
I
don't
am
need-
done arguing about this. You can leave or you can stay. That's up to you, but I'm not leaving. So I will accept this man's offer.
I look at Dip.
So when he was talking about the fort, did it seem like there was a whole lot, or just
Of enemies?
yeah?
Well, he said that he only saw a couple, but I mean, it's not like he got near up and close to take a look. You know, it's possible that it's just a couple. It's possible that it was maybe a little, just a little scouting party. Possible that they were just going out into the forest to catch food.
Yeah, I just look at him. Well, if he doesn't want to come help us take out these evil creatures, then I guess we can just mop them up ourselves.
Okay. I'm totally up for that. It's just a few hours away anyway. And we got the entire day.
So
So I guess
you guys are gonna go and leave Shock behind?
yep.
Yeah. Totally.
Okay. As you start, gathering your stuff up, Ambrose will go. Hold just a minute. I may have something of use for you, gentlemen.
Oh.
All right. And he'll go into another room and, disappear for a little bit. John,
Hi there.
how's it going?
Good. Having a nap.
So, you've been down there for a few hours,
Mm-hmm.
with your recent escapades. It's regretting your life choices, perhaps. I don't quite know.
Reflecting on life.
Um, reflecting on the horrors you saw earlier in the morning.
Stupid scarecrow.
And Ambrose will approach down some stairs, and there's a little bit of light down there. It didn't leave you completely in the dark, and he's coming towards you with a sharp-looking knife, and he'll turn you around and cut the ropes open.
Okay.
Ah.
Release your hands. Like, well,
Alright.
so hopefully we can come to a little bit of an agreement of the unfortunate events that happened earlier today. There's some gentlemen upstairs who probably need a bit of help, possibly in clearing out some goblins out of a fort. Would you be willing to help them, and we'll let bygones be bygones?
If it lets me leave this creepy house, yes.
Oh, well, excellent. I think we're all in agreement then. So, how about we head upstairs and get you introduced to the rest of these gentlemen? They look of the hardy adventuring type.
Sure. Do I still have all my equipment
Yes.
and stuff?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
You have everything except for what you took.
Yeah. Alright, I follow him upstairs.
All right. And see you guys upstairs as you're gathering your stuff up. Ambrose will reappear, and he's followed by. Why don't you go ahead and describe yourself?
Alright. I'm a human. I'm 21. I'm a dude. I'm 5'9". Hazel eyes, brown hair. You know.
What kind of stuff are you wearing?
5'9".
Do you show any weapons?
Uh, I have like two. It kind of looks like two round poles that are snapped together, and that's kind of just like hanging at my side. And have some daggers. That's pretty much it.
Hmm.
Wearing
And
a
so
nice
he's
cloak.
definitely towering over most of you. I think. Well, except for Shock. I think Shock's a little bit taller than him. He's like 6 something.
Is he?
Yeah.
No, I'm 5'9".
Oh, you're 5'9" as well. Okay, I thought you were like 6 foot. All right. So, but
I
definitely
was an
towering over
elf.
Ambrose. It's like, well, this gentleman here and I had a little bit of a misunderstanding earlier, and he's agreed to help you gentlemen out if you'd have him with your endeavors, clearing this goblin encampment, or just maybe a couple of them out at least. I'm sure he'll be of use to you. He seems to generally want to help.
This is where I start acting like I'm super friends with Ambrose, and I put my arm around him and be like, "Yeah, I'll help him. It's no big deal. You know, friend to friend."
Excellent. That's fantastic to hear, my man.
I
Wait, where'd you get this guy?
Oh,
Where-
he came by recently. We had a grand old time.
Grand
So-
old time, you see. Okay.
I take a step closer to Ambrose and this human, and I look the tall man up and down for
Tall?
like a second. Yeah,
Iron
he's
Man is
pretty tall.
He's not.
He's pretty tall.
I'm just smiling at you. You know,
Iron Man
He's
is not
taller than
tall.
me. He's taller than me. What's your name?
Etlin.
Etlin.
Do you have a last
And
name?
you believe you'll be of use to us?
I can fight, and it's pretty fun too. Also, you know.
Okay, I don't see why not. Your life is your own. You may join us if you wish, but we're not gonna take care of you or anything like that.
I can take care of myself. Thank you.
Good.
So I guess you're like the leader in this party, huh? I mean, you just made the decision without talking to your party members.
No,
It's a general understanding.
Okay.
exactly.
All right then. So I guess we're all going, right?
Well,
yeah,
the
we're all
dragon.
going. No, shut. We're all going.
Okay. Oh, so you are coming, Shock.
I don't trust this guy. I'm not gonna leave him alone with you two.
Okay, so you
He
said
fears being replaced.
that. Oh.
I chuckle.
Is that how it is?
What?
What? Okay, so let's be off then to the Goblin Fort.
Off to see the wizard.
Oh, to see the wizard?
Do you
Wonderful
have a
wizard.
horse of your own? I
Uh,
ask.
No,
He does not.
I does not.
Hmm.
So one of you guys will have to ride along with him, I say.
Well, I have a special saddle made for a tail, so how about you, leader, take him along, since you seem to have taken a liking to this guy.
I sort of
You're
try
the brunt
to
of the group
appear,
anyways, aren't you?
appear like taller than I actually am. I sort of stretch my back a bit when he calls me leader. And it's like, sure, okay.
In
you
case you
can-
didn't notice, that was a sarcastic tone when I said leader, because you're as far from a leader as we can have.
I think
okay.
he's doing a great job so far.
I smile.
Do you show your fangs when you smile? I'm just
No, I
curious.
don't. I keep my mouth closed when I'm smiling right now. And I
Oh,
say,
by the
sure.
way, something you should know was since you're riding with us, that guy is a bit of a special person.
Says the dragon.
Hmm.
I kind of punch
Yes.
him in the chest.
He's a vampire. Oh, sorry. Whoa, what's up with that?
Let's
Dip?
go.
Oh. Okay, let's ride off.
Okay, you can ride along with me.
Cool.
And we leave right now.
Okay.
Right now.
So you, Etlin, you hop on Alastair's horse and you're gonna start marching through the woods again, and you know Ambrose will be at the door, kind of waving you guys goodbye. The Scarecrow is actually now at the front of the house. Suddenly,
I just stare at the scarecrow.
That
Like-
thing
Scarecrow-
is crazy.
I just
Did you say
I
it was
just
in
stare
front
at
of the
it.
house?
yeah. So
Yeah.
it was at the back of the house, and now it's at the front of the house.
I wave at it and I smile.
I just give it like a menacing gaze.
It reacts by actually like it looks like some red glowing had come from its eyes for just a few moments.
That scarecrow is crazy.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Did
Do
you
you know?
try hitting it too?
Scarecrow did not like me.
It didn't
Are
matter.
you are you saying the Scarecrow hit you back or something?
He didn't hit me. He's just really strong.
Huh.
You know, kinda. Do you think the? Then I shut up. Starting
I
to
was
get
trying to hit that scarecrow before and it was dodging my blows. I don't know what that thing is, but I'm really don't think we should mess with
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
it.
So the old man said it was a few hours ride.